How do rural Americans deal with wildlife? I see these animal documentaries of crocodiles, wolves, and brown bears in interior America. I'd be terrified if I lived there. NGGL. I don't want to be some bear's next meal. Or is it just a stereotype? Most animals don't want to see you any more than you want to see them. Even if you do run into them, they're more skittish than you think. It's not like they're behind every tree and rock. Bears and wolves aren't as common as squirrels and rabbits. There's this thing called a gun. Well, duh, the ones in Scotland are skittish, but the ones in America are American. Take your upvote and leave, I quote, M back. Just like humans in America have the right to bear arms, bears in America have the right to human legs. Humans in sleeping bags are the soft tacos of the bear world. They're more like tamales. You just look silly if you try to eat the husk. Off is the direction I'd encourage you to fuck. Farewell. Frankly, as an American, I'm a lot more worried about being shot with a gun than I am about being mauled by a bear, crocodile, or wolf. Firstly, you maintain awareness of your surroundings. So, in croc areas, don't unnecessarily and blithely hang out next to water. Secondly, don't habituate them to humans. So, in bear areas, secure your trash and don't treat them like pets. Just a note. While there are American crocs, they are at the farthest southern tip of the Everglades, an area you are very unlikely to go to without proper knowledge or a guide. The gators, which are along the swampy areas of the SE, are not aggressive, especially when they aren't hungry. They are efficient predators, so they are rarely hungry enough to go after a human not threatening their young. Good catch. I should have said crocs or gators. Yeah, but watch out for your dogs. Gators are so still and silent, it would be really easy to step on one. It's surprising that doesn't result in more attacks. I quote, M.A.M. a city boy, but I assume this is where the guns are helpful. Guns, or bear spray, both have their merits. And asterisk. Meant to say and or, but yes. And if it's attached to your pack, remember it won't do any good. You set your pack down. 10 MNM bear spray. Different animals have different ranges. Crocodiles and grizzlies are not native to the same area, for example. Most of our large predators would rather avoid humans under normal circumstances. We learn situational awareness to know how to avoid certain dangers. We are generally armed or carrying deterrents in places where necessary. There are simple measures you can take to lower your risk of a bad encounter with most animals. For example, don't feed them. I quote, M way more concerned about getting bit or stung by ticks, bees, or wasps than crocodiles or bears. I have no idea why people are so damn scared of coyotes. I saw one the other night when I was coming back from buying beer. No big deal. Yeah, coyotes tend not to go after people. But ticks? Coyotes are a pretty big threat to pets more than anything. They'll straight up lure your dog into play and turn them into a meal. I've grown up and lived near them most of my life. They don't want to be around people. I've heard them many, many times, and so rarely actually see one. My parents live in a pretty rural area, and at night you can hear coyotes in the yard screaming into the void. It can be jarring if you haven't experienced it before. I kind of like the noise and miss it now that I live in town. But ticks are disgusting, and I'm terrified of them. Fucking ticks. One of the reasons I left the Midwest. They keep getting worse.